Hi, my name is Teddy. I own an interior design firm.
My name is Regina, and my daytime profession is business analyst.
Hi, my name is Benny. I'm a fitness trainer.
I did read up and try to learn a little bit about stock investing, options, but that didn't amount to much.
I don't have any experience.
I've had experiences investing with an agent, but I've never had any experiences investing my own money.
I think it's a desire that is basically to accelerate the journey to a point where I have the financial backing to kind of do whatever I want.
I think the reason for that is to try for financial security and financial independence.
I think everyone wants to achieve financial freedom, and I think maybe investing is one of the way.
The UI's philosophy is to keep things simple because I think they are really trying to focus on people who has a job outside.
Whatever they teach you, you can immediately apply to real life action and then see results from it.
Very easy to learn, especially for a beginner like me.
We call it the UI community, and it's something that I really appreciate. I basically get to learn more from others than what I would have learned if I were to do it myself.
The community that can help people like me that don't know where to start, then they're creating a system that people share together and I think achieving the same goal.
I feel that everybody there is genuine. People are there, are very willing to teach and willing to share. It's a community that focuses on doing better together.
From the people who chatted in the group, who provided information, who provided support, you can sense that they're really trying to also share what they know and hoping that you will achieve whatever they have achieved.
There's a lot of stocks. I don't think one person can screen all those stocks. So UI creating to community to help each other. A lot of us, we can share more stocks and we get more results.
Option trading is a bit complex, but UI made it very simple. There are multiple strategies that you can use with option tradings, but in UI, they focus on the simplest way to make money.
Coming from someone who has no knowledge, I would say no, because for options trading, while there seems to be like a whole world of things to learn, but basically you actually just need to know a few characteristics, a few elements of options trading, and then you can start doing it with understanding.
It's not as complicated as I thought. Very easy to understand, basically.
As a trainer, I feel like I'm more educated. I'm able to understand a little bit more outside of the gym, and I'll be able to converse with some of my clients about what's happening around the world.
I felt a sense of liberation, which I have not really felt before, because UI has given me the skills, the knowledge to make more money for me.
I think I've been more disciplined compared to last time. The community also remind each other not to be greedy, to be disciplined. Definitely, for especially someone beginners and don't know anything. I mean, the dummy like me can learn, then eventually other people can learn too.
Yes, definitely. Investing, which I learned from UI, has provided me a way that requires not a lot of time off me, yet yield results for me.
Before I joined UI, I actually did attempt to learn on my own, but there was just information overload. I didn't know who to follow. But I mean, UI, like I mentioned earlier, is catered for people who has time scarcity. They don't have a lot of time on their hands and they want to be able to still trade by just knowing really the important stuff while skipping all the unnecessary things.
I think UI have a very unique way of teaching. So you should not be scared. And the community is a brilliant idea. So I think you can benefit from there.
The sense of empowerment UI has given me, in a way, like if I know today I'm going to lose a job, I'm not so shaken, I'm not so afraid, because I know I have a skill to kind of pull me through the difficult times if those moments were to happen to me.
If you have no experience and you're interested in learning how to invest, learning how to make your money work harder for you, I would say save time by engaging education system that can help you cut down your learning curve. Definitely recommend them to join UI. Join something that can help you jumpstart your trading experience and journey.
Okay, hi everyone. This is Bowen here, co-founder of Ultimate Investing. So welcome to Market Watch episode 10. So today we have a very different opening. I hope you guys like it. And also once again, if you are from Singapore, can you give me the love shape? And if you are from Malaysia, give me a thumbs up. If you are from other parts of the country, give me a laughing button. Okay, just hit the button below. Let me know where are you from. All right, so today is very, very exciting because, time passes really fast. And right now we are at Market Watch episode 10, which means that we have been doing this for 10 consecutive weeks. All right, so what I want to do right now is I want to hear from you guys. Okay, so before we move on, I want to hear how are you guys feeling for next week? Okay, what is your current feeling for the stock market next week? Okay, let me know how you feel in one single word. So it can be excited, it can be unsure, it can be happy. Let me know. One word to describe your feeling for the stock market next week. Okay, and now we're also putting out some of your comments, right on the screen itself. Okay, Esmond is down. All right, what about the rest? Albert is greedy. Any more? We have Kinming unsure, Celine unsure, Han Chen uncertain. Okay, quite a number of uncertainty. Yi Hao worried market is up too fast. Okay, very, very interesting. All right, wow, in fact, I would say that the response was actually quite different from what I kind of expected. Yes, neutral, and of course, Meishi is hopeful. Right, so very, very interesting. We can see that many of you actually have a very unknown or uncertain view about how the market is actually going to be next week. And of course, we have the more bullish one coming in right now. We have Ivan, Huat, Andrew is also up. Andrew is also up. Okay, Peter is also up. So all the unsure and the not so positive one, okay, come in first, and then later on all the positive is coming in. Okay, so anyway, if you have just came in, okay, continue to share with us how you feel about the market next week with one single word. So today, of course, very, very interesting is we are going to go into Market Watch episode 10. So the topic that I have for today, okay, let me bring up my screen. So this is going to be the screen that I have. Yes, so Market Watch episode 10. Okay, so is the Nasdaq going to the moon? Okay, let me know. What is your feeling? Okay, for those of you who are watching on Facebook, on YouTube, let me know. What do you think? Is the Nasdaq going to the moon? So if you think it's going to the moon, you just put up. If you think it's going down, you put down. If you think it's going sideways, put sideways. So up, down, sideways. Yeah, Meishi say wait for Bowen crystal ball. All right, so that will be coming later on. Okay, that will be coming later on. But I want to hear from you guys for this week lah. So I have been talking for the last 9 weeks. So this week is to actually get to hear from you guys as well. Okay, interesting. Okay, share with me. Okay, so Kim Ming is saying down. Peter is saying up to the moon. Celine is saying, I don't know, SW first. What's SW first? S is sideways. Okay, sideways first. Okay. And then Albert is up. Han Hong is up. And Jackson is up, then down. All right. Really interesting. Really interesting, right? Okay, so anyway, let's not speculate. As what we have always mentioned, we try not to really speculate and see where the market is heading. So once again, whatever I shared with you beforehand for the past 9 weeks is actually everything is based on probability. All right, so can everybody just type in this word probability into the chat? Right, because very, very important. Later, I'm going to share with you exactly what I meant by probability. But one thing you have to understand that there is no way I can guarantee, hey, 100% next week the market is going higher. Okay, I also cannot say that, hey, I think that 100% the market is going to crash next week. But nowadays, I think if you look at the media out there, there are quite a number of news that are pretty extreme. All right, and let me exactly share with you later on. So this is going to be the key sharing for today. So today, first of all, we're going to touch on, okay, whether Nasdaq is going to go to the moon or not, you know, and of course, what is the implication? Nasdaq, okay, a lot of the tech stocks is within the Nasdaq. So which also means that if the Nasdaq is going to the moon, it also means that the tech sector is going to be really, really bullish as well. All right, so some of you guys probably you are looking into a lot of the tech stocks. Okay, so will it recover? Will it go back to all-time high for many of the stocks that you are holding? That is something that we will explore later on. All right, and of course, we will also still look at the overall market condition in terms of the short-term market direction. And of course, last but not least, we're going to still look at some stock opportunities, and we're going to end off with Q&A. Okay, that's great. A lot of you are typing probability. Fantastic. Right, so just keep it coming. Keep the response coming. And so before I continue, very, very important, okay? In fact, today is one of the most important sessions where I need to emphasize a lot on this disclaimer. All right, so what exactly is this disclaimer? Okay, so whatever I'm going to share with you later on. All right, so today we are going to go through many companies. Okay, we're going to go and look at the companies, look at the chart, and I'm going to tell you two things. So basically later on, I'm going to tell you when I look at a company, when I look at a chart, I'm going to tell you two things. Either it's going to be a buy, B-U-Y. Okay, whether it's going to be a buy or it's going to be a buy, B-Y-E. Okay, so this is what we are going to do later on. So like I said, today is going to be exciting. So it's going to be buy or buy, buy or buy. Okay, so having said that, okay, later on, I'm just going to tell you whether this one, I think is a good buy or whether is it a good buy. Right, so again, whatever I share with you is purely based on my personal view of the market. So make sure that you do your own due diligence. I think that is something that I have to emphasize a lot. Okay, for today, please do your own due diligence. Okay, so with that out of the way, okay, let's take a look at what exactly is the market. What are people saying and what are the news saying about, you know, is the Nasdaq going to the moon or not? So let's look at it from an economist point of view. Economist point of view. So beware of inflation headwinds. It could take a year to break even after a 10 to 20% market correction. Economist Mark Zandy1. Okay, so pretty much not good news. A correction could be coming, and here's how you can protect your retirement portfolio from the dip. Again, they are saying that, you know, a correction is coming. So both from an economist point of view, this is more on the bad news. Okay, more bad news. And what about the well-known investors in the market? So we have the big shot Michael Burry. He warns that the mother of all crashes is coming. Okay, I don't know why they always use mother. Why not use father of all crashes? Okay, but anyway, yeah, the mother of all crashes is coming. So which means that this is going to be way bigger than any of the other crashes that happened before. All right, and of course, one of the things that they mentioned, in fact, he mentioned is why is this going to happen is because of the word leverage. Okay, and I think he did mention a lot about the crypto market as well. He said that the crypto market is a highly leveraged instrument, and if let's say you know, everything starts to fall, you know, the whole thing will just crumble. So that is why it is the mother of all crashes. And of course, Ray Dalio, okay, a very, very famous hedge fund manager, also says that US overheat after Fed shift. All right. So again, he still sees that there's actually risk in the market. So from the economists, pretty much there's more bad news. From the well-known investors, okay, quite a couple of them also mentioned that the market is going to be not so bullish after all. All right. And what about the UI insiders? Okay, so this afternoon at 12:26 p.m., I did a poll within our community. So I asked them, do you think the Nasdaq is going to the moon? And guess what? 81% actually say yes. Okay, and 19% say no. Okay, so that is where something is a little bit different. You realize that we are a little bit contrarian to what the market is saying. Okay, so all the expert, the fund manager, the economists, everybody is saying that, hey, the market is going to crash, a correction is coming very, very soon. You know, but over here in our community, okay, we actually say that the Nasdaq is going to the moon. So pretty much we are more bullish. Okay, we are more bullish about the market. All right. So I'm just trying to digest a little bit, you know, about the huge difference between the market as well as our community, right? But there is a reason for it. There is a reason for it. Okay. And let me share with you exactly what it is. Okay, let me share with you. And of course, there's a reason why within our community we are so bullish. Okay, and the key reason is because we know how to actually take cover or protect ourselves in the event if, let's say, the market decided to turn against us. Okay, like I said, with the right option strategy, you are able to benefit not just from a bull market, you are also able to benefit from a bear market. All right, so how do you actually structure your portfolio? That is really, really important. And I think today, instead of telling you, hey, I think the Nasdaq is going to the moon, okay, what I want to actually share with you today is actually more of, yes, if let's say the Nasdaq is going to the moon, later I'm going to share with you some of the stocks that has got opportunity to enter. Right, so in the event if it really does goes up, you will be making good profit. But I think today I also wanted to touch on what happened if the market decided to go against us. Okay, what if the market have a 20% correction maybe next week? Right, how are we going to react to it? Right, I think this is actually something that is worth looking into. So previously, we did also mention that within Ultimate Investing, this is the whole framework that we are using, okay, the board framework. So how does this framework works, right? So you can see, if you look at this board, it consists of 4 components, okay? The how of the board represents fundamental analysis, the sail represents technical analysis, the engine represents option, and the lifebuoy represents portfolio management. So let me ask you, out of these 4, which one do you think is the most important one? Which one is the most important one? Can you all just put it into the chat? If you think it's fundamental, just put FA. If you think it's technical, put TA. If you think it's options, put OP. If you think it's portfolio management, put PM. Let me know, which one do you think is the most important one? I would love to see your response. Okay, Albert say all. All right. Okay, Peter say FA, Mei Si say TM. What is TM? okay. Portfolio management, okay. Celine also say all. Wow, y'all play cheat. I say one, y'all say all. Okay, Paul say PM. Okay, portfolio management. Kid. Jeffrey say TA, Kid say FA. Okay, so you realize that everybody have a different answer. All right, but personally for me, which one do I think is the most important one? Okay, it is definitely the lifebuoy. It is definitely the lifebuoy. Can you imagine today if you go out to a cruise, right? All right, and then suddenly the captain of the cruise tell you that, hey, our ship today we run out of lifebuoy, so we don't have any lifebuoy. We don't have any special ship or any kind of emergency, nothing. So in the event if let's say really there's a bad weather, if the boat capsize, you'll have to swim all the way to the nearest island. I cannot imagine this is going to happen. Okay, so for me, I feel that the lifebuoy, end of the day, you know, in the worst situation happen, the portfolio management is still the most important one, which is the lifebuoy, because I can have a not so strong fundamental analysis. Right, maybe my boat is not that stable, but maybe I don't go far. I can choose not to go far. Or if let's say I don't have a sail, I'm sure you have seen a speedboat without a sail, but can it still go? Still can go, but you know, it cannot go that fast. And have you seen a boat without an engine? Definitely yes. You have canoe, you have kayak, you know. But it's just like you may going out to the open sea, but without a lifebuoy, without a life jacket. You know, so to me, that one is definitely the most important one. And that is also what I wanted to emphasize a lot on portfolio management. Okay, so today my key focus is all about portfolio management. So what exactly is portfolio management? Okay, so today I'm going to share with you very quickly how we actually do our portfolio management. So first of all, today when you invest into the stock market, a lot of people say that you need to diversify. Okay, so I do agree to a certain extent. Yes, you need to learn how to diversify. And how do you actually diversify? Basically, for me, is every single stock that you invest, okay, allocate a small portion. Don't put like 100%. Let's say you have $10,000 and you put $10,000 into one single share. Okay, try not to do that unless, okay, you have done a lot of research and you are, of course, first of all, you still have to be willing to lose that 10,000 in the event if the company does go south. You probably have another 10,000 to pump into the market. All right. So let's say if you have 100,000, are you going to put 100,000 into one single share? Again, the risk is extremely high, especially if you are starting out into the stock market, investing into the stock market. Never, never, ever overexpose yourself to a small segment or one single stocks. So for me, very simple. Every time I want to invest in the stock market, I will allocate 10%. Okay, I will allocate 10%. So for example, if you have $10,000 and today, let's say you love Apple. So $10,000, 10% is $1,000. So just allocate $1,000 to buy some shares of Apple, right? So if you can't afford to do the options, don't worry, just buy the share. Okay, I'm sure it is more than enough. All right. If let's say really the share price is more than $1,000, then don't go for that company. Just choose another company that is relatively lower in price. Right. There are so many stocks out there in the stock market. So 10% of your portfolio, okay, into one single share. So having said that, okay, it means that, okay, if you allocate 10%, 10%, 10%, okay, at the very most, you can have 10 different company. Okay, 10 different company. Yeah. So that is the first one. Don't put more than 20% or 30% into one single stock. The second thing to do when it comes to portfolio management, especially in current market, is do not expose your portfolio more than 50% in one single direction. Okay, so which means that today, if you want to invest in, you believe that the stock market is going to go up, you believe the Nasdaq is going to go higher, the maximum amount of money that you allocate that is bullish, okay, is 50%. So the other 50%, what can you do? There's a couple of things you can do. Either you can just simply hold cash and not do anything with it, okay? So that if in the event whereby if the market go against you, okay, you still have the capital to actually buy in at a lower price. Okay, so that is the whole purpose of having cash as a standby, as a reserve. The second thing is, of course, you can also allocate maybe another 10 or 20% to bet on the other direction. All right, to bet on the other direction. But again, personally, for me, I don't like to do that. I personally like to bet in one single direction. So if I believe that the market is going to go up, then I will just allocate stock that is going to go up. Subsequently, if I think that the market is going to go down, then I will actually focus on shorting the market, okay, with one single direction. All right, so again, the second tip that I have is do not overexpose too much into the stock market at current point of time. Allocate at least 50% cash, okay? Just invest with about 50% or less into the stock market. And the third thing about portfolio management, okay, is, okay, I mean, with all the printing of money in the stock market, right, I think the whole theory about why Bitcoin is actually hedging is actually, it does make sense to a certain extent, okay? But personally, for me, I still believe also in the most basic hedging instrument, which is gold, okay, okay, GOLD. All right, so what I would encourage you guys to also do is to just allocate maybe about 10 or 15% of your capital, okay, into things like gold or things like Bitcoin. Okay, treat it as a hedging purposes. And one of the reasons is because of the massive printing in by the Federal Reserve, right? So what is going to happen is that sooner or later, the US dollar is definitely going to be devalued. It's going to devalue. Okay, how fast is it going to happen? We are definitely not sure. It could happen over the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, but definitely with so much liquidity in the market, okay, especially the US currency, this thing is going to happen sooner or later. The devaluation of the US dollar. So just do yourself a favor. Just put aside some money as gold or as Bitcoin. All right, as a hedging purposes. Again, we are not here because Bitcoin is going to go to the moon, it's going to go to 100,000 or 200,000, but simply as a hedging purpose. All right. So if you get what I share with you, can you put in the 3 things that I just shared with you? The first thing is 10%. Can you just type in 10%? The second one is allocate, invest with only 50%. Okay, invest up to 50% now. Okay, so first one is every position is 10%. The second tip is invest up to 50%. And the third tip that I have is to hedge. Okay, hedge against the US dollar by investing into gold or Bitcoin. Later, I'm going to share with you also my personal view on how I see that the Bitcoin is going to move as well. All right, so if you are looking to go in now, I'm going to share with you my view later on. Okay, yep. So today I'm going to go straight and dive into the short-term market direction. So right after this, I'm going to go to all the stocks lah. And of course, today we're going to do a little bit different. You are going to give me the stock that you are looking out for. And then I'm going to tell you whether is it going to be a buy BUY or is it going to be a buy BYE. Right, thanks so much, Kate. Okay, very, very nice summary. So short-term market direction. Okay, where do I think the market is heading? Let me just close my chart. So first place that I like to look at is, of course, the S&P 500. Okay, so S&P 500. So you can see, okay, the market has been really, really bullish. Okay, right now it is back to all-time high. Okay, in fact, you can see that it's actually slightly above the previous high. Okay, slightly above the previous high. But remember what I always mention. Okay, just being above, okay, it is not a confirm. So what we want is we want to wait for slightly more obvious. Okay, so wait for maybe another green candle. Okay, that is more bullish. Okay, something like this. Okay, wait for a more bullish candle. All right, or let it go up a little bit more as a confirmation. Okay, because why? If the buying is not strong, what is going to happen is that it could continue to come back down. It could continue to come back down. All right, so again, we want confirmation. Can everybody just type in confirmation? Confirmation. Very, very important when you're investing. We want to be more sure. Okay, again, why do we want to be more sure? Is to increase our probability of success. Everything is about probability, right? So when we have a confirmation, the probability will be higher, okay, towards our advantage. So that is very, very important. So this is the SPY. So let's talk about the Dow Jones Index. Okay, so Dow Jones, very, very interesting. Okay, I realized that my drawing disappeared. Okay, so last week, let me share with you what I drawn last week. All right. So this is exactly what I drawn. So I mentioned that the stock is going to go recover, and then I did mention that it probably is going to go down. Okay. But of course, we can see that the market was way more bullish than what I expected. Okay, so it did bounces up, but it didn't actually came back down. It didn't get resisted by the orange line. It actually burst all the way up. You can see that in fact, you can see the buying was really, really strong. Okay, the buying was really, really strong. All right, so somehow or another, the market is very, very bullish after this mini correction. Okay, which is also good. But anyway, right now, it is still heading towards the all-time high. So let's see how it goes. Okay, let's see how it goes. Anyway, the Dow Jones is made up of the 30 largest company in the in the stock exchange. So these are all your big players, your big boys, your Apple, your Facebook, your Microsoft, all the big company. All right, so let's see how the big companies is going to perform later on. But very interesting, today we want to put our focus on the Nasdaq. Okay, we want to put our focus on the Nasdaq. So yeah, this was how I drew the chart previously. I did mention that I do believe that the market is going to break new high. Again, the market proved me wrong by being even bullish than I thought, even more bullish than I thought. So immediately it didn't even come back down. It straight away pierced through. And can you see that what I was referring earlier on is I was looking at this kind of candle. Can you see after it stays above this line, right? Nothing is confirmed until you see a more strong candle, a more obvious candle. All right, then after that, it continues to go up. So again, my personal view is I am definitely bullish about the Nasdaq, okay, which is pretty much made up of a lot more tech company. So even though the market is at an all-time high, there are quite a couple of tech company which I personally are looking at. They are like 20% or 30% below their previous high. Okay, so I think there are definitely still opportunity in the tech sector, especially some that previously has came down quite a fair bit. So today we are going to look into what are some of the opportunities that are present in the market. All right, but instead of me giving you the company, okay, what I'm going to do right now is I want you to actually put down some of the companies that you are looking at. Okay, just put it just right now, just put it into the chat. I mean into the chat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them out, and then I'm going to tell you my personal view, whether is it going to be a BUY or is it going to be a BYE. Okay, later I'm going to touch on more questions, but let me answer the first question first. Do you think people will cash out profit and price may fall? Okay, so like I said, why I believe that previously the market could go sideways is because when it goes down, okay, it's because people are taking profit. Okay, so this is what I believe. The market is going to take profit and then it's going to slowly inch upwards. But you can see that if it breaks the high at such a pace, right, it basically means that people are buying in. People are starting to buy in already. Okay, so which also means that the buyer are stronger than the seller. Okay, the buyer are stronger than the seller. Okay, wait. Before you all continue to type, can you all just stop first? Because I see way too many company that is being posted. Okay, so just stop. If not, I will go until 11 and I still cannot finish. Okay, you guys are still continuing. Okay, stop first. I'm sure that there are more than enough opportunity based on what you all have shared. Okay, so let me go through one by one, okay? So let's look at the first one by Ho Kit Wing, okay, Twitter as well as Snap. Very, very interesting company. Okay, so if you ask me based on Twitter, okay, let's look at the overall trend now. Okay, so we can see that overall trend is definitely bullish, okay, and then previously the price has came down quite a fair bit, but right now it's actually going up So once again, if I draw my risk reward calculator, okay, again, I'm not this is because I never look at the fundamental of this company, so I'm not going to assume that this company is going to go to the moon or what. Okay, because I really don't know the prospect of this company, but simply based on the technical point of view, that is how I'm going to share. Today is purely based on the technical point of view, right? Yeah. So you can see that my upside is very direct. It's basically based on the previous all-time high. Okay, but in terms of the downside, I'm going to put it at the somewhere around this zone. Okay, at the previous bottom over here. So if you ask me, based on the risk reward over here, up is 15%, down is 12%. Anything below 1.55, okay, anything below 1.5 for me is a no go okay. So for me, this one is goodbye Let's look at the next one, okay, which is Snap. So while I go through, okay, doesn't mean that today I never talk about your company means that you don't have a chance, right? Look at how I analyze it, and then you try to see if you can apply it to your own company as well. If let's say I never go through, right? So that cannot always depend on me, Okay, so first thing first, you can see that the market previously was very, very bullish, and then now it's kind of like a sideways market. Okay, how do you know it's sideways? Can you see the intertwining of all this stock? Right, so if I were to just simply draw a two line, okay, so this is my personal view of the market So there's a tendency that it could come back down. Okay, there's a high tendency that it could come back down again. If it were to go even higher, the fundamental must back it. Okay, the fundamental must back it again. Because I'm not sure about the fundamental. So from this perspective, I will not really jump in. Okay, I will not really jump in. Okay, so again, it's a no go for me. All right. So yep, I have nothing against you. Yeah, but it's simply based on the chart. Okay, let's take a look at Amazon. Okay, let's take a look at Amazon. Okay, yeah, Amazon I already drawn out So again, same thing. Amazon to me right now is in a sideways consolidation phase. All right, but I do really see potential in Amazon. You can see the way Amazon actually move, right, is that it will have a huge bull run, then it will consolidate for a period of time before it starts to chong again. So really, when you see this kind of very bullish candle, especially when it breaks the high, These are point whereby you really need to take a look at it. Okay, these are point whereby you really need to take a look at it. All right. So again, looking at it, right, you can see right now it's coming back down already. So it could continue to consolidate, but if let's say it were to break the green line above with a strong green candle, then yes, I would actually jump in later on. So right now, I will not go in. So yeah, you all know the answer. Okay, let's take a look at Frank. Frank has got two company, PTRA, which I totally never hear before. Okay. Okay, same thing. Okay, this one quite straightforward. Let me remove my... This is very straightforward. Again, you can see that it's definitely sideways. So for me, it's a no-go. Okay, this one is definitely a no-go. Okay, so next we look at APPN. Okay, wow, I think I saw something I like. Okay, wait, no, just kidding. Okay, wait, let me take a look at the chart first. Okay, so APN, okay, if I'm not wrong, this one is a software as a service company. They are in the software business. Then previously, because of the tech run-up, okay, everything was bullish. And then you can see that this stock dropped by almost like a 67% drop. Huge drop. Okay, anyway, let y'all see my face a bit, so y'all can see how shocked I look at. Okay, sorry. Yeah. All right. So yes. Okay, so I like the crossover here, and I like the fact that the candle is above the red color line. All right. So just by looking at this, yeah, I think this is BUY. Okay, so thanks Frank for pointing it out. Okay, BUY. Right. And of course, before we move on, okay, I would really appreciate if you all can help us. Okay, for those of you who just came in, okay, help us to like, help us to give us a love, and very, very important, help us to share this out so that more people can actually benefit from this. If you have been benefiting from it, if you are making money from all the shares that we have shared from Market Watch 1 all the way to Market Watch 9, okay, please help us to share it out so that more people can watch this. All right, appreciate for your sharing. And let me move on. Okay, so Meishi has CrowdStrike. So CRWD. Wow, CrowdStrike, you can see previously I shared this. So whoever went in after I shared the cybersecurity one, you'll be like crazy. Okay, like crazy. So you can see right now it's at my price target and my take profit zone now. Okay, yeah, so now it's at my take profit zone. So personally for me, I will not go in. Okay, you can see that. Okay, it's at the resistance area. So if let's say let me draw my... Okay, if let's say subsequently there's a nice long candle, okay, then potentially I will enter. Okay, but right now you can see that it's like it's right at the resistance area. Okay, and the candle is like very, very small, a bit uncertain. So there's a tendency that it could go... Okay, let me draw nicer. There's a tendency it could go down. Okay, yeah, so watch out. I would say that right now it's like 50-50. So again, I'll monitor. If you already went in, take profit. Take profit first. If subsequently there's a pattern, then just buy again. No hurry. Okay, so next is Qualcomm and INTC. Wow, I love this company. All right, unfortunately, yeah, this one I also draw, but you can see that this stock is very sideways. It's just consolidating. Okay, it's like a sleeping dragon. Okay, I like to call this kind of sleeping dragon. So it's just consolidating sideways. So this kind, don't have to do anything for now. Just wait first. Let it go up more. Okay, in fact, Qualcomm and Apple is pretty similar. So a bit sleeping dragon. So yeah, I would say for now, it's actually a buy. And what about Intel, INTC? I haven't been looking at Intel for a period of time. Yeah, but just by looking at the chart, okay, again, not too fantastic. You can see that from a longer perspective, it is actually still on a sideways trend. So if we were to complete the sideways trend, okay, it could actually come back. It could come back down. All right. So again, I would say from a fundamental perspective, Intel have not really given us much good news also. So yeah, because of all that, I would give it a buy for now, BYE. And let's look at, oh, this one is the, okay, so Baba, I have shared previously. Yeah, in fact, I think just last week, somebody asked me, hey, Bowen, the price came back down, so should I sell or not? You know, so my reply to him was that it's still at the green zone. So if it's still at the green zone, there's nothing you need to do. Just continue to hold. You know, so I'm glad that I hope that person are still holding because it has started to run up. Okay, start to run up. And you can see the strength of the green candle are very, very nice. So overall, for me, I would say that even at this current price, sorry. Yeah, I would still give it a, okay, I'm a bit biased. Okay, this one I have to admit, but I'll still say that a buy. BUY. Okay, next up. Okay, I'm going to do this until about 9:50. Okay, 9:50. And then I'm going to answer some of the other questions that you guys have. Okay, so that, you know, we're going to cut off at 10 o'clock. So, yeah, as usual, I always want to do it for half an hour, but it's always 1 hour. I think 1 hour is the normal, it's the usual trend now. Okay, so C Limited, yeah. So again, like I said, I draw the line, everything for you already. So yeah, right now, apparently you can see that it's going above the yellow line. So yes, I do foresee that there's a high tendency, but again, yesterday it was down. So let's wait for a while, let it go up a bit more. Okay, let it go up a bit more. All right. So you see, I thought it could go down, it could go up, but it seems like it is heading up. But again, you can see the candle. Okay, if you look at this particular candle, okay, let's look at this particular candle. This one, green color one. What it means is that, right? Okay, what happens is that the stock go up, right? The stock go up. People start buy. Hit the top, $297. Then everybody starts to sell. So you can see at the start there was buying, but towards the end, the seller starts to come in. Okay, then the next day, what happened? Okay, the market opened here. So the market was pretty flat at the start. Then after that, people start to push out of it. End of the day, wow, you can see the seller starts to come in. So you can see that over here, there's still a lot of, there's actually more seller. So let's see if there will be a big buyer that starts to push it up. Okay, so again, I think still a little bit uncertain. So for me, I will just watch. I will watch it for now. But for now, I will say buy for now. Okay, but I think this one got potential. This one has got potential. C Limited. Again, I'm not looking based on a fundamental perspective, but personally, I do believe that, I mean, from a fundamental perspective, C is also a great company. Okay, let's take a look at NVDA and Tesla. Ooh. Sexy. Okay, this one no chance already lah. Okay, sorry for the special wording. Okay, Nvidia, yeah, previously you can see that this was you can see the sideways, the consolidation happened for a period of time, and then wow, the dragon release, then go all the way up. So right now, again, I will not chase. Okay, I don't like to chase after stocks. So for me, I will not go in for now. All right, let's take a look at the next one, Tesla. Okay, so for Tesla, really interesting. I think I have also shared this quite a couple of times. Okay, you can see that this particular price point is very strong. Okay, for Tesla. Right, so right now it seems to be bouncing up, and then yeah. So again, you can wait for confirmation. If you want to be safer, wait for confirmation. Wait for the green arrow to the green line to cross the orange line. Yeah. So again, this one I will say that monitor a bit more. All right, no hurry. But I do see potential. I mean, from a fundamental perspective, I think the Tesla is a company that, give it a couple of years, it will probably reach like a $2,000, $3,000 kind of company. Yeah, a few years okay, so a few years can be 2 years, can be 5 years, can be 10 years. So give it a few years All right, but if you're looking at long term, yeah, I think definitely at this current price, it's good to collect Okay, so if you are those that love to collect good company, I think at this pricing is definitely worth collecting, especially if subsequently if it does come down to around 570, just keep accumulating. All right, so for now, I will just give it a BYE for now. Okay, but yeah, this one I think is also worth looking at, monitoring it. JD. Okay, let's take a look at JD. So about 6 more minutes, 6 more minutes. Yeah. So JD was on a downtrend. Okay, then after that it broke out of the downtrend, and right now it is going a little bit sideways. But I remember what I shared earlier on. I was waiting for it to cross the red line. Can you just zoom in for you to see? Cross the red line. So this candle very, very nice. Let's look at the next candle. If the next candle is green, then my answer is this. If the next candle is red, then the answer is this. So green is buy, red is BYE. Okay, so this one very interesting for JD. So keep monitoring this. Okay, let me take a look at the next company. Baba, I already shared. Apple. Okay, Apple. Wow. Same thing. Apple is like a sideways. Okay, so for now, you do not really want to jump in unless it breaks above the all-time high. Unless it really like goes above the green color area. Okay, so for now, don't go in anymore. I mean, for me, I'm already in previously, so I'm still holding it. Okay, but if you ask me, do I want to go in now? If I don't have an entry, maybe wait first. Okay, unless like I said, like if it starts to come back down somewhere around this pricing about $125, then I think at this area is worth going in. All right, based on this zoning. But for now, nope. Okay, so this one very interesting. Zoom, okay, Zoom, JD, and Baidu. So JD, I've already gone through. Okay, so Zoom, yes, I'm glad you actually pointed out. So yes, you can see Zoom is a company that I've been looking at. So yep, it has actually escaped the wedging. Okay, so yeah, and then you can see that there was a crosses as well. So yes, this one is quite straightforward. This one is a buy. Okay, and of course, yeah, even though I didn't use Zoom, previously I've been using Zoom, but now I'm using another software. But I still love Zoom a lot. Okay, I still love Zoom a lot. So yes, BUY for Zoom. And Baidu, let's take a look at BIDU. Okay, Baidu. Wow, so Baidu also very interesting. Okay, so previously, I think during the cash flow for, I think Market Watch episode 8, we talk about cash flow. And we shared about Huya. So I also look at Baidu. The chart looks very similar. So you can see this is a very, very strong support area. So let's see if the green will cross. Okay. So right now it seems like there's a turnaround coming for all the China company. Let it run first. So for now, I will not rush in. So I will say it's a buy for now. Okay, 3 more minutes. Okay, let me try to go as fast as I can. Okay, so Square. Okay, so right now, if you have any question, okay, other than stock, other than, whether can buy or cannot buy, any other question, right, okay, you all can put it down into the chat so that I will go through later on for 10 minutes. Yeah, for Square, personally, for me, I went in previously. Okay, you can see I already draw all the line. So right now, based on the new risk reward, you can see previously my risk reward was like 3.11. I zoom in for you all to see. Hey, sorry. Yeah, but anyway, it's a buy. But right now, if I were to draw it again, you can see this is how I would draw it now. Yeah, so if you were to go up, if you were to go come down, so can you see my risk reward? Previously, when I entered was 3.11. So my reward is 3, my risk is 1. But now it's only 1.2. So the risk reward doesn't make sense. Again, it is less than 1.5. So for me, I will not go in. So BYE. All right, and Sheng is asking for HD, Home Depot. All right, so this one quite straightforward. Wait for confirmation. Okay, haven't confirmed yet, right? So Sheng will know what I meant. Okay, sorry. Yeah, BYE, wait for confirmation. All right, this one is quite straightforward. Xpeng. XPeng, XPNG. Oops, okay. XP. Sorry, XPEV. Okay, yeah. Spell wrong. Okay, so for XPeng, oh, very, very interesting. Okay, we can see that now it's starting to go up. It's starting to go upwards. So again, from a fundamental perspective, let me just draw. Okay, wow, this one is slightly more challenging. I wouldn't be so bullish. I would probably give it like a target of up to here. Okay, let me just draw it. Okay, so this is based on this high. Okay. And then the downside, I would say, is actually somewhere around this area. So again, not too fantastic in terms of the risk-reward ratio. Not too fantastic. Okay, so for now, I'll put it as a buy. Okay, but again, I think this company is pretty similar to like a Tesla. If you have a long-term, if you believe in EV, okay, and you believe in the long-term view of that, then, just buy and hold on. I think this is also a buy and hold company. But out of the few company, I think I personally prefer NIO. Okay, I personally prefer NIO. Okay, so after looking at it, we feel that NIO has got more potential. Okay, I think BYD is also a really, really good company. BYD, Build Your Dream. Also another China EV company. Right, I think one of our co-founder, Paul, actually did a research report on that. And that is where we built our belief, okay, and our conviction in BYD. Okay, yeah. So anyway, the times is up so I think a lot of the company is being repeated Okay, so yeah, y'all go and this video will be on our Facebook page. It's also now live on our YouTube, so y'all can go and replay and watch it again and again and again and again. All right. And yep. So Jackson, okay, any recording down? Okay, anyone recording down what are the buy stocks? Okay, yep. So if you have recorded, y'all can help us to share it so that the rest can benefit from it. Okay, when there is a gap in the stock, will it cover back in some time? Not necessary not necessary In fact, if it's a gap up, right, then it could continue. I mean, depends For example, if you look at this XPeng, you can see. So when you say that it will cover up, means that what after it goes up, then it come back down. No, actually, if you look at this, what is happening over here is the buyer is just like rushing in now. That before the market open, already people are start buying. It's like the BTS meal. Everybody's rushing in. So yes, later on the thing will actually U-turn, but usually it will take some time. Usually it will take some time, especially the stronger, the bigger the gap up. Okay, the run can go for quite some time before it starts to come back down again. Okay, I hope I answer your question. Winston, how long do you think this Nasdaq bullish trend will run? Any risk of US tapering their money printing? How do you read the Fed signal? Okay, personally for me, this is my view I no longer want to read the Federal signal because to be honest, it I mean there's no way. In fact the Fed, they themselves don't even know what they need to do about the market right now. I think there's a lot of firefighting. They are trying to fight fire, the COVID and everything. And then there's another thing that is happening, which is the inflation that is happening, So I think tapering, yes, I think they are starting to look into tapering. All right, but it will happen gradually. And like I said, they mentioned about increasing the interest rate. Not now. They say they will increase the interest rate 2 years later. Okay, a lot of things can happen within these 2 years. If let's say 1 year later the market is not good, they probably will say that instead of 2 years later they're going to extend 3 years later. If the market is super good, okay, if the recovery is done really, really well, maybe next year they say, hey, we're going to increase interest rate. So to be honest, what they are doing now is probably not going to happen moving forward. Okay, yeah. So I will simply based on the overall market sentiment instead of looking at what the Fed is doing for now. That's my personal view. Yeah. Ho Ki Wing, should we cash out to protect capital now and let profit run? Again, like I said, for me, encourage you to keep at least 50% cash lah. Okay, just have some cash. If you have position that are making good profit, you know, very good profit, just take some out lah. Just take 50% out and then let the other 50% continue to run lah. Okay, and then is it advisable to put stop loss just below 50 EMA to be conservative and increasing R&R at the same time? Okay, this one, it really depends on how you draw your chart. Okay, so like I said, how I draw my support and resistance and how you draw your support resistance might be different. So in that case, then, you know, it's quite subjective lah. But personally, for me, when it comes to stop loss, yeah, either just follow what we actually taught during the class lah. I think that would be more structured lah. Okay, that will be more structured. Which indicator do you use? The green line cross the red line. Okay, for me, these are all crossover lah, moving average crossover lah. So you can just go and Google moving average crossover. Yeah, then you can get all the different answer. Okay. Which website do you use to see this TA chart? There, it's right at the top lah. Trading View. TradingView. Trading View. Okay, last question. So far. Any comment on the financial and banking sector? Okay, let's take a look at some of the banks and then we see. In fact, so far today, nobody actually talk about the bank. Okay, yeah. So, you know, last week, because of the interest rate dropping and everything, okay, increasing okay, the interest rate increased, then the bank actually got a hit, so everything starts going down, you know. But then after that, the interest rate starts to go down again, and then you can see that there was a good recovery from the banking sector. All right, but overall, you can see that the bank has actually recovered quite a fair bit also. The bank has actually recovered quite a fair bit as well. So again, I will just look at the chart For now, I will not chase I will not chase after the banking sector So we look at individual entry So yeah, for Albert, you know So if there's no signal for entry, then don't rush in Okay, look for entry signal. What is the golden cross? Again, golden cross is basically your moving average moving average crossover You just go and Google moving average crossover all the answer is there already. Okay, moving average crossover. Yep. So I hope I have answered all of your question. Okay, I hope I have answered all of your question tonight All right. So anyway, before I end off, yep, I hope there's no other question Anyway, if you have any other question, feel free to actually ask next week Next week we still have our market watch. You can still ask me next week. Right, but I think some of you are asking, you know, exactly how do we look at technical analysis and how do we look at fundamental and how do we execute option strategy. All right, so that is where I just want to do a very quick advertising okay, yeah. So again, there's no way I can go very in detail into exactly what is TA and what is FA and how to execute the option strategy. All right, but I have actually compiled the knowledge that I have into this online course, which I'm going to launch. Like I said, it's not launched yet okay, that's why it's called a pre-launch. So for this one, I'll be focusing a lot on how to look at good company, looking at the fundamental of the company. I also touch on some important TA techniques as well, you know, things like crossover and all that. You will also be covered under this online program, and also on option strategy. How do we actually execute with options? Okay, so right now this is at a pre-launch price. Okay, so the price is still having a discount Okay, it's still having a discount. So like I said, it is actually going for $97 US, but during the pre-launch, the price is going to be a lot cheaper. Okay, so right now, if you have not joined us, okay, if you're a new beginner with zero investment knowledge, okay, if you're a speculator with no proven system, if you're a busy executive looking for additional cash flow, or if you're a business owner that are affected by COVID-19, okay, you want to know how to build an additional stream of income, then definitely this is suitable for you. And like I said, this current pricing, this is a my tool okay, this is a don't wait anymore deal okay, it's only going for $27 US because instead of me going through, you know, I just want to put it up all there. Okay, and why I do not want to give it for free? Very simple if I give you for free, right, I can tell you 95% of you will not go and watch it Okay, but if I charge you $27, right, I can tell you, again, not everybody will finish, but there's at least 50% of you who pay that will finish the video. All right. I mean, we are all human. So yeah, this $27 is really just to get your commitment, all right, so that you will really go and complete all the videos. So like I said, this is really a super good deal. Yeah, so this is my last slide. Okay, so if you want to join us, okay, the link is over here, bit.ly/MW pre-launch. Okay, remember to key in the discount code. Okay, remember to put in the discount code COVID133 so that you can get the $70 off. Okay, so remember the discount code right now. After the discount code, only $27. All right, so yes, once again, thanks everyone for joining me for our market watch. Okay, appreciate you guys for staying all the way until 10 p.m. And also, as usual, next Sunday, we are going to meet at 9 p.m. for market watch episode 11. And next week, very, very special, we are going to consolidate all the stocks that we have gone through. Okay, some of you will be right, hey, Bowen, what all the company that we have gone through got make money or never make money? We will revisit from week 1 all the way to week 10. Okay. For those of you who have actually bought, pretty much you know whether we are making money or not making money. Okay, so watch out for next week at 9 p.m. Okay, I'll see you there. And of course, help us to like, share, and also help us to share this with your friend as well.